2009. Hey, okay. Let me share two things that I need to update you on. First off, 2009, according to my Facebook page, you'll find it down there. I found out very well about EQ. Did the research. Okay? That is what I've been going at all along. I knew I had the business experience, but I didn't make the correlation. It's actually EQ. It says IQ. Okay? Something I found to be very interesting, though. Yes, it creates great business success. It's the most significant challenge by far. Okay? It was given to me. Very, very fortunate. Lots of experience related to that. But you know where the EQ really falls? A highly specialized field in legal and ethics, compliance. Okay? I know EQ. I've had a ton of experience. That it's the most significant challenge. I was able to, according to, when I'm compiling quickly and disclosing myself, I've updated that in 1988 and particularly in 1990 through 2000. Another thing I need to disclose right now in present day form, I keep referring to these files I have. I have about a week in present day form. I don't have them accessible, but I'm sure backing up the evidence and the documentation. I'm going thoroughly by recollection. Now, let me explain another discovery in present-day form. Do you know what I've been at out here in Alabama? It's 2004. That should have been a piece of just like that. I called the college Lake County, okay, 2-3 months ago, and I got the answer very quickly, straight to the point, everything. We've been right off the bat. Down here, I've been asked since 2004. I don't have to question a federal law's intended purpose. Okay? The final attempt I made regarding EQ was I believe by recollection was in 2009 with Jim Harris III again. I'm going to update all of this in present day form because it is absolutely beyond belief. Okay? Again, a very serious boundary was crossed. Now, I didn't know it at the time, what they're really doing. Okay? I just realized that a couple of weeks ago. I understand this is called psychological malpractice. Oh, she was such a nice university professor to the students. She also committed psychological malpractice. I heard about that a long, long time ago. I don't know where, but I've heard about it. I had another person that gave a direct reference and said it was something to do with medical malpractice. I didn't know anything about this. I would never believe I'd ever experienced this in my lifetime. This has been the most significant challenge that I have faced. Now I understand how somebody gets injured. Okay? I have to say, what I have learned, experienced out here, is of the most serious context. I expect the truth to come out. And the College Lake County clearly states that my perception is accurate. I'm sharing stuff that you would never believe, and neither would I. Okay? I asked for the absolutely most reasonable request and got the answer immediately up north at the College Lake County, speaking to them. It was straight off the bat. I'm going to share the incorporated norm of Birmingham with you as we get closer to the present day. Okay? Because this is serious, serious stuff. It's very hard to prove. I can tell you this much. I didn't know it in 2009. I made another attempt. What should have happened all the way back one time in 2004, continuing on with a very successful career. Instead, I've got to say, it's not medical in any manner, and that's all it is. I have to say, I will take it to College Lake County. What I'm about to disclose, what I am now understanding in present-day form, is the most serious. It's outright criminal. I'm taking a guess. Tried to seek that PhD again in vocational psychology at the highest level of expertise again. And again, I understand now this is performance related. A deputy assistant commissioner. This is called falsifying medical records. I had no idea about this in 2009. I don't have the file. As I mentioned, 3-4 times a year. I don't know if it's been 40 hours or it's been I've been in continuous contact. Remember, College Lake County, immediate. Got the answer. My perception is accurate. Okay, it's that experience. They don't even, they're so interested out here of creating, it makes no difference whether or not it exists, creating disorders. That is, unfortunately for me, most people would not be fortunate enough. I didn't know it. Listen. Look at what I documented here, okay, as the damage was being done. See that? Saturday, August 14th, 2010. If you Google Richard Moss, Deerfield, Illinois, you'll find a blog I did on one entry. Okay? I have the supportive files. I'm not sure exactly what the dates are, but I am positive this is definitely medical malpractice without any question. Okay, I didn't understand it. The reason I'm entering it is 2009. I think that was the last time after I did that research I tried to get absolutely the most reasonable. They were more interested in falsifying medical records. I didn't know it until present day. I'm getting up to 2012, and I'm going to start disclosing the damage that's been done here. I've heard about things like this before. I would never believe the most serious boundary. Look at what I've disclosed to you. Look at my background. Okay. This address here on Google is homeless, bankrupt, one last chance.blogspot.com. That is directly related, okay, the most serious form of corruption. Now, this is almost a year and a half later, and I believe it was most likely 2009. I made, in the summer, a very serious attempt. I needed it. One phone call to the College Lake County. I get it. Now, it's not available. I'm not up there. I got it. Been since 2004 out here. And I have to say that corruption and criminal activity is completely, I can't believe. I believe it. It is outright. You look at what I documented on August 14th, 2010. As I mentioned, I've been in touch with this guy 3-4 times a year, and every single time he commits, he's stopped right by the governor of the state of Alabama. Every single time he's committing medical malpractice. It's psychological malpractice is actually what he's doing. I wouldn't believe I'm saying what I'm saying. Let me repeat that again. I make one single phone call up to Lake County and present exactly the same context. My perception is very accurate. I've been at it since 2004 out here. It should have been immediate. You know, at this point, I stayed down here. I think by 2010, it's a very good indication how much damage I'm realizing here. The strongest, the most successful, highly talented, creating success, only career and a boundary. It doesn't matter whether or not there's a disorder. They will create it the most serious. That's why I'm disclosing what's true about myself. I may not have the files to go on exact dates, but I'm putting all the substance here so you know who I am. This is not medical in any manner, and that's all it is. 2012. I'm entering this, though, because I was still in a good position, even though it's extremely late. And don't even get a thought. 8 years is nothing. They'll do anything. They'll commit the most. I've heard about it. I didn't believe it, because all I've known is the highest level of honesty and integrity. That's it. I'm used to people checking me out, and they know I'm honest. I've never deviated from the norm. It would be unheard of. Oh, I know now. My career is heading. You pick up the pieces and move forward regardless of how serious the injury. This is, look at it. Okay? Now, I have done, believe it. What I'm about to disclose in present day form, the damage is done long enough. Falsifying medical records, fully incorporated norm. And I understand it's actually psychological. I'm not involved. That's a law. Thank you. I am going to lose everything in present day form, but I'm going to come back strong. The truth is going to come out here. I'm going to make sure I'm able to go back to what's the truth. If I knew, I would have immediately gotten the hell out of here. I didn't realize this until present day, just within the last couple of weeks, okay? 2009, I still didn't understand it. I wouldn't believe I'm saying falsified medical records where what's only career, and you've heard me say it. Yeah, I've been through the whole thing. Absolutely none of it is medical. It's all it is. And yet when it really comes out to be College Lake County, it's criminal. I didn't know any of this, and I have to say this has been the most significant challenge. Something like this never should have happened. This is the most serious form of it was committed again in 2009. Did the research, got the EQ as directly related. Did it again. So that is where it would have been. It would have been in 2009. You know, it would have been it doesn't matter where I'm located. That should be insignificant. Now, I'll have to explain that in present day form. Again, the address here, you can Google Richard Moss, Deerfield, Illinois. I might pay the $1.99 to get a link to all of this. Okay? These videos and everything I'm doing here on YouTube. Just I'll leave it up to you. I'll be fully accountable for what's true about me. I don't know anything about immunity. I've never experienced that. It is not immunity. That's waived. I'm going to do something here that's going to prove it. Regardless, ultimate survival. I am not going to allow what's going to occur down here. You know the basis. I didn't know any of this yet. It's all present day what I'm relating about. 2009. That is when again I contacted Jim Harris and it was committed again. Let me just mention one last thing since we're on the subject. I reset the statute of limitation to February 2012. Taking your medication from the commissioner's office for the first time is very serious and completely unacceptable. That is, well, I guess they're getting better as far as the malpractice now. I wouldn't believe what I'm saying there. Let me skip ahead up to 2012 here when I started discovering what was happening. Again, those files are all getting backed up, so I'm purely on recollection. This is the most rough draft. I don't have the time, and if I do, you got an idea what this context is based on. I understand this is criminal. Look at my Facebook page back to 2009, okay, and you're going to see it. I did not understand it at the time, but as of present day, most serious. What has nothing to do, you have to psychologically be fit. We're talking about outright falsifying medical records. I wouldn't believe. Yes. Fully incorporated norm. Someone who has power over a human studies professor needs to have the responsibility and integrity to never misuse that. I understand that immunity is waived. I've lost $200,000 on this. Okay? It's very serious. PhD in vocational psychology, piece of cake. Look, long enough. Let me go on the second major event. So right there it would have been continuing on, right there. Should have happened in 2004. That's the most significant challenge I have ever faced. Only career related. See what I say about the College Lake County? And look at it. I've been at it since 2004. Let's go on the next event that happened on 2009. Oh yes, I'm retaining all the documentation on this one, and I'll leave it up to you. Let me explain what happened here. I'm going to do it 2009 number 2. Thank you very much for letting me, thank you.